Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Friday, June 25th, 12:57 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Check out bitcoindailyview.com. Got more for you there. Software entrepreneur John McAfee was not suicidal, says widow and emotional response. I actually talked to this lady, and she's very, very saintly. She's a very, very kind lady. I mean, she put up with John McAfee, so that amounts for something. I did interview John McAfee. It's linked to over there at bitcoindailyview.com. All right, are people buying Bitcoin? Yes, even though we're not seeing tremendous volume. Oh yeah, the big money is buying it. They're buying it over the counter where we don't necessarily see that trading volume. The modern investor here over on his Money Rules channel, which I obviously linked to over at bitcoindailyview.com. He makes a case for everybody who is buying. He kind of gives a little rundown who's buying. The big money's buying. Basically, the big money is buying the crap out of Bitcoin while the retail investor, either hodls, sells, gets wrecked, whatever. The big money does not care about premiums they're paying, etc. They don't care where they're buying in that range between 30 and 40K. They're buying. So I also wanted to mention as a PSA, here in Germany is how they handle a knife attack. First of all, the person attacking with the knife likes to be safe. He wears a mask. That's very, very respectful when you're stabbing people to death to wear a mask because, you got to play it safe. This is, you would not want to, give them a bad cold or something like that. In America, here's how we deal with this. What the crap? Boom, idiot. Anyway, I prefer America's way of dealing with knife attacks. With that said, in the red, we have a lot of red bubbles today. QNT is green. That is about it. Looking at the bubbles, looking at Coin 360. Well, red day in the market, but SHIB is starting to turn up. That's nice to see. Looking at the Bitcoin trading volume of 13% last 24 hours. This is a nice thing to see. Binance is showing some good volume. So it's indecisive right now how we're going to enter this weekend. Is it going to be having a volume to push Bitcoin up to get out of that range, or at least back to the top of it before a retrace? We shall see. Right now, this is still a bit indecisive, but keep an eye on this. If we can keep 15, 20% increases in volume. If we can get this 7-day chart here, trending up again like it was back here, we definitely could see a breakout this weekend, quite possibly. But as we are seeing right now, it's nice to see some positive volume. But if we look here at Bitcoin trading volume, and of course this is actually spot volume on Binance, all crypto spot volume right there. If we look here at bitcointradingvolume.com, basically about 7 billion last 24 hours, 3.7 billion of that on Binance, 1.3 of that on Bitfinex and Coinbase, almost hitting a billion also. So here's the deal. Watch out, Bitfinex. That's where the crazy longers and shorters are with leverage, and there's definitely some volume being played out right there. So watch out for volatility. Range last 24 hours, 31,500 to 35,400. All right, how many gold coins would a Bitcoin get you right now? 18. All right, gold up top here, staying sideways today on the daily. Silver, a slight uptick on the daily. Nice to see. Those metals are doing well. S&P 500, a green uptick. Russell 2000, indecisive doji. It was green earlier today. And then, of course, the Dow, basically an indecisive green doji. These are all pretty much sideways. DXY. Definitely a tail on that doji today. It's trying to stay above that 200 moving average on the daily chart. If it does, good way to enter the weekend. The TNX has been trending downwards last good couple of days. I do note that, but check this out today. Definitely a serious green candle pushing to close above that 21 EMA. That would be nice. So TNX, some good stuff's happening there today. All right. Bitcoin, these are all 4-hour charts. Bitcoin up top, shorts in the middle, and longs at the bottom. So Bitcoin was doing well. It was pumping up. And then, of course, the big institutional money cranked up those shorts and took care of that. Some longs went in, which was a little bit uncommon. I have not quite seen that happen. The longs and shorts crank up. But, of course, as we can see what's happening there, now they're in the red. So pretty much longs won, shorts won, kept the price within a range that it's been in, and and longs, they probably got wrecked. So rather than a short squeeze, which is benevolent, a long squeeze happened, which means the devil won the day. All right, and you can see it right here. Bitcoin had a beautiful uptrend right here. and then the shorts kicked off. Boom, institutional money cranked those shorts up big time, and the price dumped accordingly. Watch out. We're not, even though we might see some positive price action, we are not really out of this range and back in Lambo mode until we're about above 42,000. So be careful. I thought we were going to see a positive MACD cross yesterday, but it looks like we're not going to see that today. I thought we were going to see it yesterday and maybe even this morning, but as you can see, the MACD was moving towards the signal. The blue line was moving towards the red, MACD towards the signal, and now definitely it's not. So we lost that momentum. Looked like we were going to make a nice bounce off this 314 moving average, maybe get some support above the .5, which is around 34,300, but that's not really happening. Now we're struggling to close the day above the 314 moving average. This is the daily chart. So we shall see what happens. Sorry about all these squiggles right here, but basically here's a 45-minute chart. You can see we definitely dumped some this morning, especially after, as we just looked at here, those shorts just kicked off and pressed that price back down, kept it in the range where the whales want it, making that 314 moving average bounce. Not so much something that's going to happen. And we can see right here, we're beginning to round this bottom. Maybe we're seeing a bottom of this initial dump. Could very, very well be, but we're heading into the weekend. We definitely need to keep volume up if we're even going to stay sideways. So we seriously watch the volume for Bitcoin explicitly and watch the spot volume on Binance, especially. It makes a big difference. We need to keep that volume rocking to get Bitcoin to see some real, good price action upwards to continue. You can go to coin market cap, click on exchanges, and then go down to spot, and you will find this. I tend to just look at Bitcoin at Binance, and you can see volumes up. That's really nice to see. And of course, you can go to Bitcoin trade volume, and you can always see what's going on. And of course, really, I'm thinking we need like 10, 15 billion here for a day or two this weekend to really get out of the range that we're in. How long will we be in this range? Probably between 30 and 60 days. Right now, we're at about day 36, I think, within this sideways range of 30,000 to 40,000. You can see it here very, very clear. So this weekend, if we don't get some volume, we might see another dip like back here. Might happen very well, unless we can see some volume come in. Just be careful. I have some buy orders on the way down because I'm happy to put in some small buys. I don't mind buying Bitcoin at like 31,000, 30,500, and 30,000. I can deal with that, even knowing that the whales might very likely range it down from 30,000 to 25,000 and keep going for a while. Because realize their plan, in my opinion, not financial advice and entertainment purposes only, but ultimately their plan, in my opinion, is to suck all the liquidity out of the market. And when they decide to let this go, we're going to see 10K days, 20K days. We're going to see a rocket ship to Pluto. We will see that 100K. We will see that 70K. We will see 100K, maybe even plus this year once they let it go. Have a plan. When are you going to get back in? And what are you going to do if it dumps? Of course, what are you going to do if it pumps? For me, if it dumps, I'll buy on the way down at this point. Small buys, small hedges back in. If it starts moving upwards, I kind of got a plan, but pretty much, once you break 42K, once you get support above this range, and we see upwards momentum past that, and all the indicators look good, that's a very, very safe time to get back in. If you want to get back in before then, well, I'll be looking at it every day. I'll let you know what I think and what I'm doing, and maybe what a play would be, positive or negative, that I might or might not do. Anyway, Doge was upwards trending. It was beautiful. It dumped with Bitcoin, got below the 200 moving average, but now it's above the 200 moving average, and it's finding support and starting to move up. Watch, these indicators are beginning to turn up. Doge may not care what Bitcoin does. It might continue its upwards move, even if Bitcoin is sideways this weekend. SHIB, one to watch. Some crazy price action here. It got stopped below the 200 moving average from Bitcoin dump, but now it's above, and it looks like it's finding support there. These indicators are not that bad. SHIB USDT, Doge USDT, ones to watch. I've been watching ETH BTC on the 15-minute chart here. We're seeing a 200 moving average break. That's really, really good. These indicators in general, this squeeze indicator, the KRI, the directional index ADX is looking pretty good. ADX could be a little higher. It's at 17 or 18. I like to see it around 20, 22, 23 before I would actually get in. Stochastic RSI is a bit overbought. Lazy Bear indicator shows it's got room to continue moving up. I'm watching for a break. I'm watching for support. I'm going to watch this to move up. If it starts looking like a positive cross in a 30-minute, I very well might get in. One of my dreams in life is to have a nice long ETH BTC trade profiting into, well, throughout 2021. I believe it's going to happen. All right, BitcoinDailyView.com. Check it out. Got more for you there. This is a little update. I'll do updates along as this weekend goes along whenever I see price action, which is worth noting. And I'll do one every day anyway, most likely. But I'll definitely hop on this weekend because this weekend I think. Just call it intuition. I think it's going to be wild. It's going to be a wild volatility. It's going to be a wild dump, or it's going to be a wild pump. But I don't think it's going to be a quiet weekend in crypto land. Just a hunch. And I'll keep you guys up to date on what I'm seeing and what I'm doing. Do my best to be of service to help everybody make extreme amounts of money with the peaceful revolution. And remember, of course, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. But one thing that I do think is true, I think it's my opinion, every Bitcoin Satoshi you own makes a piece of shit globalist banker. I'll own nothing and like it. Great reset monster, Skeksis, Skeletor looking evil beast, reptilian monster. Cry.